Hi and welcome back. Today you're going to get to share my screen for a little bit because I want you to see where to go to get the information to figure out what production code you need to put into your ECM if you have a field test code. Now, 99% of the time you'll only run across field test codes or non-production codes in industrial engines, but I have seen them now and then in production engines if it's a brand new engine that just came out, and usually that's because it just got accidentally left in uh, instead of getting the production cal put in. Okay, all right. So where do you find the information to figure out whether you have a production code or what production code you have? Okay, so we're going to come up here to Cummins.com, and then we're going to go down to parts and service. We're going to go over to digital products and click on view all. We are going to scroll down to InCal. InCal is the ECM calibrations that currently, as of October 2025, you can download for free, and they will work if you have a genuine licensed Cummins version of Insight. I worked with a couple guys that retired and bought knockoff version of Insight, and the calibrations didn't work with them. They were able to troubleshoot and stuff, but they couldn't recal. So we're going to come down here to where it says DVD full InCal download, and here's all the discs that have calibrations on. We're going to open this cover letter right here, and it tells you what's on the DVDs. Okay, so on DVD 1 you've got automotive engines and PDD. PDD is the turbo actuated controller on an on-highway engine. The rest of these things are actually all the rest of these are actually high horsepower devices on high horsepower engines. High horsepower engines are typically the K and KV series. They're typically engines that are 650 up to 4,000 horsepower. And so then you can go through this whole list. You can find out if you want to put calibrations in just an X12 2450, you only need to download DVD number 7, okay? So that's what that letter's for. Now, I downloaded disc 1 and extracted the files on it, and currently, as of the making of this video, disc 1 carries a bunch of additional files. A lot of them are very useful, I thought, but a lot of PDF files and some Excel files. So in the Excel files, we have right here we have XCal tracking report, and we're going to open this up, and here it is. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet that Cummins supplies, and here we have OEM model, application, what distributor worked on it, and the prototype calibration. And I see a lot of them start with Z's or X's. The final cal, now notice the final cal is still prototype in almost all the cases. And that's because it was the final cals when the field test engineer was done with it and said, okay, everything works right. Then to the right of that, it says ECM code. That was the production calibration that was written for the engine. Okay? And so you've got a QSX15 WR. That was probably for a work-in road grinder. and the field test cal was ZZ PM 577 period 0D, but the actual calibration production that you would see or want to put in would be N12164. Now notice it says .00 right there. That's because that's the very first production calibration. .00 means that. Those are the revisions. Now when you look that up, if you go to the disk that's on and download those calibrations and put them in Insight, you might see N12164.23, 35, 37. That's how many times it's been revised that they fixed problems, okay? So this spreadsheet is nice because you can come up here and click on this and you can look for your cal, or you can type it in and it'll come up, and then you can click on it. Let's say we have, let's go to the Z's because Z's were pretty common. I had 1 or 2 X's. Most of the ones I dealt with were the double Z's. So let's go this one right here. Okay, so that's the one we want. And there was our ECM code right there. It's highlighted. Okay. So that's how you do it, and that's where you find it. And this is all about production codes. Now I'll tell you a little funny story that happened to me. I was working on, it was a crane with a QSL9, and it had a ZZ code in it. So I came here and I found the production calibration, and we put that in, and it was a .00. So we put it in, everything's fine. Well, then a little time goes by and they had done a few updates. So now the ECM code goes to revision .04. So we put in 04, and what would happen is a branch would go down, look at the crane. It was having this problem or that problem. They'd send me an image. I'd look at it. I'd say, hey, you probably need to put this newer calibration in because it fixes these different problems. We'll talk about how to know what they fix in another video, what the updates fix. So he puts it in, and then he calls me up in a month and says, hey, that crane's down. That I put the cal in it. So I'm going down there to look at it. I just want to give you a heads up. Gets down there, it won't regen. The after treatment's plugged. So I'm like, okay, well, blah, blah, blah. We take care of it, and we end up putting a DPF in it. He regens it with Insight. Called me up a month later, hey, that crane won't regen. So in the meantime, a couple other branches that had the same machine put that calibration in, and now they're calling me and it won't regen. Now this is over the course of like 8 months before I figure all out what's going on, because I used to keep a spreadsheet of every machine and what I had them do and what calibration was in it with the revision and what we put in it. And I noticed that everything we put this 04 in, it wouldn't regen. So I called Cummins and asked for the DFSE, and he called me, and he's the field engineer, and I told him all this, and he said, are you positive? And I said, yes, I'm positive. And I said, right now I need you to turn on the 00 cal, because they can turn on the clock in old cal so they'll work again. So he gave me that 00, the old revision, which had timed out, but he went in and changed the clock in it. And once you load it, the clock doesn't time out. The timing out with the clock is just using the cal and Insight. Once it's in the ECM, it can stay in there for 50 years. It doesn't matter. So we went and put the 00 back on all the machines, and they were all working again. So he put a ticket in, and what the engine company does is they just put that calibration in an engine on a test stand, and they let it run day and night, 24/7, and see what happens. And he sent me an email in about 3 months and says, hey, thanks, you were right. There was a bug in the calibration that stopped it from regenning. And so they fixed it, and then version 5 was out. And then in the revision sheet, it said, do not use revision 4. And so that's my funny story, okay? And all right, well, thanks for joining me on Engine Shop Joe. See you next time.